Hello, welcome to my channel, Autumn and the Mage. This is going to be a general reading in regards to love for all zodiac signs. I'm going to do each sign individually. I'll put timestamps in the description box below. But yeah, this is going to be a breakdown for everyone. I'm going to do overall energy, and then we're going to use the tarot to get each side. We're not going to clarify. And then beyond that, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to see how it feels as we go along. But yeah, for those of you who are returning viewers that have watched my videos in the past, I actually am leaving town for the week. My grandfather passed away, so I'm traveling 2 days to go to his funeral and then 2 days to get back. So I'm going to be gone all week, and I won't have the opportunity to read during that time. So I'm very sorry about that, but I did want to do, I feel bad. I feel like I'm leaving people hanging by not providing some kind of reading. Um, so yeah, we're going to do this and try it and see how we like it. Maybe it'll become a regular thing. I don't know. But let me know if you're a regular viewer and well, I mean, even if you're a new viewer, if you like the format, let me know, and I'll try to do it more often. But anyway, I also want to say thank you so much to all of my subscribers. You guys are so awesome. I am just blown away by how much the channel has grown suddenly. Like overnight, I just had a lot of subscribers. I'm just grateful is what I mean to say. I'm super, super grateful. So thank you for subscribing. If this video ends up resonating, please like the video or comment on it for me so I know that it resonates for you. That really just encourages me to continue. I really appreciate that. So thank you again. Anyway, so we're going to start here with the Moonology deck, and then we're going to use, this is called the Spirit Song Tarot, and I have other decks here. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use. And then when I was trying to figure out which deck to use, my daughter brought me her Therapets deck here because I was struggling to pick a deck. And she's like, here, Mommy, you can use my deck. And it's such a cute deck. She's 11. And preteen girls need as much encouragement as they can possibly get. So if you have a preteen girl and you are not aware, she needs extra support. She needs encouragement. She needs like all the positive vibes all the time. So anyway, so this is a very positive deck. So it's very cute, but we'll use it at the end of each zodiac sign for one final positive message. But anyway, thank you again. I want to say I really appreciate it. I will go ahead and get started now. We're going to start with Pisces. Actually, I'm going to note the time so that I can timestamp it. Okay, so Pisces, we're going to get overall energy for one card for overall energy for Pisces and the person they're connecting with, please. That was 3 cards. Can I get one card for the overall energy between Pisces and the person they're connecting with in regards to romance, in regards to love? The 3 cards came out, and I don't want to read all 3 from the book, but I'll tell you what cards came out. It says, nothing is yet set in stone, the mutable moon, a new start is coming, new moon, and you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. I'll go ahead and read the nothing is yet set in stone card, just to give you okay. It says mutable is all about change, shape-shifting, even that something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuvering. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there's also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone yet. So in this situation with this person you're connecting with, things could change and you have the power to make them change is basically what we're getting there. Also, a new start is coming, so perhaps there's a new opportunity, and how you approach that opportunity will affect this connection and this situation, is what I would get from those two cards combined. And you and your loved ones are safe. I'm not sure how that applies, but hopefully it means something to you, Pisces. Can I get two cards for how Pisces feels? We have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy here. And on the card it says discipline and determination. And really that's what I think of the Chariot as. You're focused, okay? Moving very, how interesting. And the Temperance card, which is balance and harmony, but also patience. So it feels like you're dedicated on course, like heading towards this person, and you're patient. You understand that it's going to take time. It feels like you're very flexible with this energy here, which is good. With this, nothing is yet set in stone because you can adjust the situation to be what you need it to be, or what you want it to be, what you're hoping it can be. Can I please get two cards for the person connected with Pisces? How do they feel about Pisces? The Temperance is Sagittarius energy, by the way. You might be dealing with Sagittarius. The Five of Feathers. So this is actually the Five of Swords. And it says here strategy and resilience. I think of the Five of Swords as kind of a conflict card, you know. But this deck here kind of, it looks at it slightly different, because it says that it's not wrong. In the Five of Swords, we are being resilient, you know, we're trying to work out whatever that conflict is within ourselves and like balance it and really sticking to it, you know. There's a lot of determination, a lot of dedication between both of your energy here. Oh, and the Hermit, contemplation and wisdom. So this is Virgo energy here. You might be dealing with a Virgo, but it looks like as far as this connection goes, you're both dedicated to the connection. You're both wanting to work towards it, you know, wanting to work towards wanting to work towards bringing it back together, bringing it to what it is that you want it to be. And you can. The energy is indicating that it is something that you'll be able to manipulate, and which is good. And it looks like you both want to. It's great energy, but they are, with the Hermit here, they're kind of keeping to themselves. They're definitely isolating themselves. They're withdrawn a little, and, you know, trying to figure things out for themselves, you know. Okay, let's see here. We're going to, for sure, use this deck here. Sorry, Pisces. You're my first, so you're the guinea pigs. You're always the guinea pigs. Maybe you don't know it. I used to say it in my videos, but I haven't in a while. Pisces is always my first sign every week. Can we get a message for Pisces in regards to this connection? Can we get a message for Pisces in regards to this connection? It's not as if you need anyone, is what it says. For as long as you wish to keep them in your life, whoever they may be, understanding them as opposed to changing them will wildly improve the chances that they'll wish to keep you in their life. On the other hand, you're pretty much stuck with me. Oh, wow, how I love you, the universe. So yeah, this is, I mean, nothing is yet set in stone, indicates that perhaps there's a need to change the way that you've been approaching the situation. So if you have yourself been trying to encourage this person to change in some way, instead of just accepting them for how they are, then this is the time to like address the situation and shift your approach so that you aren't imposing that desire on them, that desire for change from them. Because really, yes, trying to understand them, it will improve the situation. Approaching it from that way, you know, instead of like, this is wrong and I need you to change it. This is wrong and you know it's wrong and I know it's wrong. And so I need you to change it. Or maybe, you know, they disagree. I don't know. With the Five of Swords here, there is, like I said, some kind of conflict for them, and that they're trying to work out. They're trying to make sense of and trying to validate, okay, inside their mind. So, but yes, if you've been asking them to change in some way, really try instead to understand their reason for whatever it is that they're doing or that they've done or whatever. I don't know, because I don't know the situation. So however it resonates for you, instead try to approach with understanding instead of like requesting them to change. Okay. I feel like as far as I think we're going to use this deck here for you, Pisces. It's called Soulmates and Separation. It says unspoken love messages. And even if you aren't in separation, you may have to adjust the words to fit your situation, just like past tense or present tense or whatever. But can we get a message for Pisces from the person they're connecting with? From this person, how do they feel? Thank you for your patience, by the way, and me trying to figure this out with you, Pisces. I appreciate it. It says, I was misguided. I was blinded and could not see straight. So however that resonates for you. All right, we're going to do the Therapets now for your positive message. Well, positive message here for message for Pisces, please. Whoa. It says, it's this pretty purple kitty. You are doing enough. It's going to be okay. I hope that resonates for you. Isn't it cute? It is meant to be a children's deck, so. But hey, it's still cute, and I like the messages, so it's fine. You are doing enough. It's going to be okay. So yeah, that's all that I have, Pisces. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you some clarity. Okay, we're gonna jump now to Cancer. Let me go ahead and pick up these cards real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna, I shovel them before I use them anyway, so it'll be fine. I've never done a video where I've streamed all of the signs, so it's interesting and it's new for me, so. Okay, Cancer. Can we please get overall energy for Cancer and the person they're connecting with? You know, Pisces spit out 3 cards too. Okay, it says you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Adjustments are required. 3rd quarter moon. And confidence is your key to success. The new moon in Leo. Yeah, so you are good enough. If you're feeling insecure about that in some way, then obviously know that you're good enough. Adjustments are required. So there's something here that you'll need to, something in the approach that needs to be changed, which is very similar to what Pisces got actually. But confidence is your key to success. And these 2 cards together, I mean, both of them coming out really shows that you need to see yourself for what you are. You need to accept yourself in all your greatness, because, and we've had this conversation, Cancer, this is don't make me tell you again, dang it, you're fantastic. And all of that feeling that you have, all those things that you feel and how deeply you feel, that's part of what makes you special. All the water signs, it's part of what makes you special. And you can't just hide that away. You can't box it up. So you are good enough, and confidence is your key to success. I'd say that is definitely saying, like, own it, step into who you are, and shine bright, But adjustments may be required in this situation. Maybe there's some way that you're approaching it. Maybe there's, some compromise that you need to make. Can I get 2 cards for how Cancer feels about the person they're connecting with? 2 cards. How does Cancer feel? 10 of feathers. That's the 10 of swords right there. Okay. Can I get one more card? How does Cancer feel? And the 2 of feathers. Okay. So normally the 10 of swords indicates pain. Okay. But in this deck, it's recovery and transformation. And that really is it. The 10 of swords is the end of a cycle, and it's letting that pain end. Okay. It is a lot of pain because it's 10 swords stabbing, but it's the end of that pain as well, and being able to release it and move on to something else. 10s represent endings. So this is a recovery from that pain and a transformation into something new. And the 2 of feathers is a decision. So there's some choice that you need to make here in regards to this connection. It's not, I don't think that it's, maybe it's that you don't know how you feel about them with the 2 of swords. Maybe you're unsure. You're trying to recover from something that happened between the 2 of you, and you're unsure if you want to proceed. It's interesting to see those come out with you are good enough and confidence is your key to success. Maybe what happened is something that just made you feel insecure, something that made you feel like you weren't sure that you are what they want. Okay, possibly. And so that might be why you don't know if you want to continue in the connection with that 2 of feathers. How this person feels about Cancer. We get the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy. You might be dealing with the Sagittarius. But it's a card of balance and patience. Can we get one more? How does this person feel about Cancer? Justice. Truth. Okay. This is Libra energy, so you might be dealing with Libra. We have Temperance here. Temperance and Justice. And the Justice card says truth and clarity at the bottom. But Justice is about balance and fairness. And so possibly there was some way that they were unfair in this connection, because this is wanting to bring. But both of these cards represent balance, interestingly, in a way. But yeah, with the Justice card, they either want to bring balance to the situation or they feel like it's balanced. But considering your side there, I'm thinking something happened here that hurt you and made you feel insecure. And I think that this person they're feeling patient. They know that that time might be needed and that healing might be needed to move forward. But they do want to make it right with that Justice card there. They want to make it right. All right, let's get, we'll do a message here from, this is Notes from the Universe. Can we get a message for Cancer in regards to this connection, please? Oh, that came out quite quickly. It's 2 cards here. Things are not as they appear. The lower the price of your love, the higher its value. Whoa. The lower the price of your love, the higher its value. Wow, that's just quite the statement. I don't think I've ever drawn this card before, because that just blows me away in its accuracy. I mean, the lower the price of your love, the higher its value. And this has to do with placing requirements on the person that you're connecting with, and what's it called? Expectations. When you have a lot of expectations, like what's the word? Oh, it's so right there. Like things that they have to do in order for you to love them. There's a word for it, but I can't think of what it is. And having those things, it's unfair, first off. If you love someone, you just love them, regardless of whether or not they love you back, regardless of how exactly they show it. I mean, whether or not you can be in a healthy relationship with them, that has to do with how they respond to you and how you work together and all of that. But the love part of it, the actual love part of it, has no expectations. Okay, it's free of expectations. Love is just love. And maybe there's something here. I mean, maybe that's part of what you're trying to decide with that 2 of feathers. Like, is that how you feel? Just that straight up love, or is it something else? I don't know. I'm just making assumptions based off of the cards that are here. But yeah, things are not as they appear. So however that resonates for you there, Cancer. And then change is always good. Actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. Works every time, guaranteed. So I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now. Tally-ho, the universe. That's so interesting. See, because it feels like with both of these here, like, and maybe this is a cross watcher getting this message. I'm not sure. You guys take it how it resonates here, but there is some kind of implication here that there are like conditions being placed on love, and these conditions must be met in order for the love to be there. And that's not how love works. So whoever is doing that, whoever is placing those like conditions down, it would need to end. And maybe both of you are, okay, possibly, because there is some indication, like this one here, this one here, change is always good, is saying that the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself, which is totally true. If you adjust how you're approaching the situation, it may take a minute, okay, but they'll see that change. They'll feel it, and they will, without even realizing it, without even putting thought into it, change the way they approach the situation. So I don't know, however that resonates for you there. I'm going to get one more card, let's do this one, actually. This is called the Charming Oracle. Dark side, light side messages, messages from the heart. Can we get a message for Cancer from the person they're connected with? How does this person feel about Cancer? Okay, we have here a lot of cards. It says, I know that I need to make things right between us. I'm trying to figure out how to approach you. See, yeah, I feel like that with this Justice card here. They want to make things right. They want to fix it. Whatever happened, they definitely want to fix it. Inner child wounds. I've been hurt in the past, and this still needs to heal first. I ignored you because I was trying to suppress my feelings for you. Divine timing. Everything is unfolding as it should. We will be together again when the time is right. And even if you're not in separation, this might be just an indication that they're working on things and that they have faith that things will return. With this Temperance card here, they really do have faith and patience to let things play out the way that they need to. They do hope that things can be repaired, that things can heal, and that the two of you can come back together with both of these here. And I'm having dreams about you. So yeah, let's get one more card. We're going to draw your Therapets card here. I'm really not sure how to shuffle this deck. Okay, let's see what we got here for you. Cancer. It says, you will survive this, with this pretty purple deer here. You will survive this, Cancer. Well, I mean, that's absolutely true. Of course, you will survive this. I think that's a great message. In case you doubted yourself, you will make it through this. This moment is just one moment, and we're going to be in a new one. We'll be in a new moment right around the corner. It's just, sometimes my thoughts make sense to me and other times they don't. But really, you will get through this. You will, truly. And you'll be okay. This might be hard, but I feel like this person does want to try to balance things with you. So I hope that resonates. I hope that makes you feel better. But overall, you are good enough, and be confident, okay? And don't place restrictions on your affection or conditions. Don't place conditions on your affections. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I'm going to move on to Scorpio next. Scorpio. I decided with Pisces, I read the Moonology message, but I think I'm going to skip that for this reading because it takes a long time. All right. Okay, Scorpio, this is you. We're going to use the Moonology here to get overall energy between you and the person you're connecting with. Overall energy for Scorpio and the person they're connecting with, please. Everybody's spitting out several cards today. 3 cards again. You water signs are... Okay. Meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. And have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. So meditate and contemplate is telling you that you need to focus on what it is that you want. Okay. When you're You need to really think about and connect with your inner self and know what it is that you really want. Because when we're manifesting, you really want to make sure that you're directing your intention in the right way. And so this is about really thinking about where you want your intention to go and focusing it on that something. Make sure that you're focusing your energy in the correct way. Luck is on your side. Is yeah, something's coming for you, and it's going, whatever is happening, whatever is going on in your life, it's happening to improve your life. It is definitely going to be brighter once you get through whatever this is, okay? Because luck is on your side. And have faith in your dreams. This goes really well with that meditate and contemplate. Really know about what you want and believe that you can achieve those dreams, because you can manifest it. You just need to focus your energy properly. Okay, let's see here. We're going to use the tarot to see get 2 cards for how you feel about them, 2 cards for how they feel about you. Two cards. How does Scorpio. How does Scorpio feel about the person they're connecting with? Oh, 3 cards. Okay. So we get the Queen of Shells, which is actually the Queen of Cups. And that's, very loving, compassionate energy that you have there. It says down here, peace and compassion. The Magician, see that energy that is, you're being encouraged to really think about what it is that you want to manifest, because you are in this energy towards this person and towards this connection. You are manifesting. And so think about and really plan what you want, like focus it, and have faith in your dreams, know that you can get it, because that's how we manifest. We have to have belief that what we want is something that we deserve, something that we can have, something that we should have, something that we will have. Those are very important steps of manifesting. But as the Magician here, which by the way is Virgo and Gemini energy, so you might be dealing with one of those signs, and the 8 of Crystals. Well, this is actually the 8 of Cups. And down here it says dedication and progress, which this deck here is called the Spirit Song Tarot. And it kind of, I feel like it kind of has a positive twist on all of the cards, which is fine. I'm okay with positivity. I love positivity. But in reality, yes, 8 of Cups is walking away from something, but we're doing that to progress to something, to progress to our wishes. The next card after the 8 of Cups is the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. That's getting every wish you want fulfilled. And in order to achieve that, we have to walk away from things that no longer serve us. And so this is really great energy. You're wanting to emotionally distance yourself from aspects that aren't serving you, from things that you've fed into that are no longer lifting you and no longer pushing you forward. It's great energy to be in. I don't think that you have a lot of emotion here for this person with the Queen of Shells. Oh no, I got it mixed up here. 8 of Crystals, that's 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Look, they have the wrong things written here. Dang it. No, 8 of Crystals, that's dedication. Okay, that makes more sense. But still, even if it was 8 of Cups, that would also, like, we have to let go of things to move into the 9 of Cups and into wish fulfillment. But 8 of Crystals, that's 8 of Pentacles. So you're very dedicated on achieving whatever it is you're going for with this person. You understand it's going to take work, and you're okay with that. And it might be a connection that you have with somebody in the workplace with that 8 of Pentacles, but 8 of Crystals. Okay, we get the Hanged Man for how they're feeling about you. The Hanged Man. Can we get one more card? How does this person feel about Scorpio? And on this card, it says patience and persistence. And with the Hanged Man, I just kind of think of like a lack of movement. Both of you do seem to have patience and persistence on both of your sides here, but you're manifesting more. You're making more happen, I feel, than they are with this Hanged Man. They're just really, sitting in it, and thinking about it and not really moving in any way, and not even really energetically. This isn't just physical, it's energetic too. They're not moving forward in any way. The Tower, it says release and revelation. So yeah, something that's changing for them. The Hangman indicates that as well, in a way. There's something here changing, a big change, and they're adjusting to that change, and they're kind of frozen. They're like locked in place because of it. But you have a lot of emotion for them, and you're really pushing the connection forward with your own magician energy, with that own manifestation. So, and the cards here do indicate that, luck is on your side. Things are going to move in a way that will improve your life, regardless of what the outcome is. It's meant to be positive for you. Let's see here. Can we get a message here for Scorpio in regards to this connection? I don't know what the Tower is. Hopefully you do. Something changed, something drastic, something sudden. And they're, like I said, really, it feels like kind of locked in place. They're not like letting go, but they're not moving forward either. Let's see here what we get. Your treasure is at hand. Sure, you can always find prettier, handsomer, skinnier, wiser, richer, younger, zippier. But most often than not, one learns the most, laughs the loudest, and smiles the widest with those they've already found, especially when they stop looking elsewhere. Actually, zippier is on quite a few lists. Tally ho, the universe. So your treasure is at hand. That really, it indicates that there is a connection here that's important, and it's beneficial. This whole luck is on your side and your treasure is at hand. I feel like it's telling you not to give up, because they're in a state of shock. I really feel is how this is coming across, like a state of shock. But you are already like moving beyond that. Whatever this Tower is, you're already, which the Tower may have just been something internalized for them. That might just be a thought that just occurred to them, and now they're stuck on it. And it was just, the thought changed the way they were thinking about this connection, or changed the way they were feeling about the connection. It's something very sudden that they weren't expecting, and I really just feel like they're frozen. They're just kind of frozen right now. We're going to we're going to get a message from soulmates in separation. Even if you aren't in separation, you might have to like adjust the words to fit your like timeline, but it's still, they're messages from the person you're connecting with. So can we get a message for Scorpio from this person? How are they really feeling? What's their true feelings here? Maybe this deck isn't going to help us. They do really feel like frozen, It says, I wish I could have been emotionally available and let you in. And maybe that's what's happened here. Like with the Tower, just realizing that I'm trying to think of the wording for realizing, or suddenly realizing that they weren't allowing emotions in, maybe not allowing themselves to feel And so that tower could be like a sudden shift in that. I wish I could have been emotionally available and let you in. So yeah, I feel like possibly what was happening is that they were like blocking you a bit, emotionally speaking. And now they have the sudden realization, maybe that they do have, I'm not going to clarify. I'm not going to clarify because I'm trying to get through all of the signs in one video, but I feel like they possibly have, it says judgment. I'm making this decision once and for all to turn this around. And so, yeah, they're in this position. I feel like they do want, they're kind of locked up. They're frozen at the moment. I really do feel that way. And it may be perhaps because they realized that they were blocking the connection by not allowing themselves to feel what they're feeling and really suddenly realizing what they feel. And that's just kind of locked them in place. But it looks like they really do have positive feeling towards you and towards this connection and wanting to move it forward. So I'm going to get a card here. The Therapets. If you weren't watching the beginning of the video, this is my daughter's deck, and she told me I should use it in my reading today, so I'm going to do it. So can we get a message for Scorpio, please? It's really hard to shuffle, though, I gotta say. What? That's too many cards. Can I please get a message for Scorpio? We'll take these two. It says, anxiety lies. There's no doom incoming, and you're managing everything just fine, which I think that you're aware of. With every challenge you meet, you gain experience. Every day you're leveling up. There you go. Cute cards, right? All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope this resonates for you. And I hope I see you back here again. I'm going to move on now to Aquarius. All right. Hello there, Aquarius. Putting the cards back in. Okay, we're going to start here with the Moonology. But to get an overall message, an overall view of this situation, this connection that you're in. Overall message for Aquarius. Can we get an overall of this connection? Emotions are running high. Supermoon. So yeah, the supermoon is a very powerful moon. It's really, really powerful. And it's an indication that emotions are having a really big impact on this moment. Okay. A lot of feeling is happening right now. And I mean, that is a great thing, truly. But because of it, it makes our emotions dramatize things, right? They make things feel so many words are coming to mind. And none of them are the one I want, but like grander. It makes things feel bigger, and it makes our emotions have more importance. You know, they are having a bigger impact on us right at this moment. So that's the overall we have for you here, Aquarius. Let's see. We're going to get 2 cards for how does Aquarius feel about the person they are connecting with. How does Aquarius feel about this person they're connecting with? Okay, we get the Page of Crystals, which is the Page of Pentacles, and the 9 of Shells, which is the 9 of Cups. And 9 of Cups, that's wish fulfillment. You know, that's feeling really like, is very, I could see the emotions really running on high, because 9 of Cups is every wish granted. It's feeling grateful and fulfilled, feeling really grateful for this person and having them in your life, and of the connection between the two of you. And Page of Crystals, it says ideas and discipline. But this is the Page of Pentacles. And this is, yeah, it could be that you're feeling like there's something, like you want to understand them more with the Page of Pentacles. So you really, and possibly like you want to offer them something, because Pentacles, that's commitment, and the Page is a messenger, and it's sort of like wanting to offer commitment, or wanting to at least like investigate the possibility of it, you know. Let's see here. How does this person connecting with Aquarius feel about them? We get the Justice card, which is Libra energy. You might be dealing with the Libra. We also got this card here, the Queen of Feathers. So that's the Queen of Swords. And it says perception and truth for the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Swords is really someone who maybe is coming off a little bit chilly, a little bit cold, a little bit distant. But really, the Queen of Swords wants to be honest, okay? And she wants to have open communication in the relationship. This person really wants to be honest with you, especially with this Justice card coming out. They want to make sure that the communication between the two of you is open and truthful always. That's very important to them. And they either feel like that is the situation, like they can be truthful with you, they can be upfront with you, and you will like accept their truth, and it's okay for them to be that way with you, because you like I said, they feel accepted in that way. But also the Queen of Swords is somebody who has been hurt in the past. And so it's kind of a little guarded energy, feeling less like they're trying not to let their emotions, interestingly, take them away. You know, they're trying not to be pulled away on their emotions and just like riding that, because that's hurt them in the past and they don't want to be hurt again. And so really feeling a lot, especially with this card coming out as the overall, there's a lot of emotions that they're experiencing. But they really just want to try to keep themselves logical. They want to try and keep the communication open. With the Justice card here, they either feel like, it's interesting because this is both air energy here, but they either feel like they can communicate openly with you, or they want to keep it balanced and fair and truthful in this connection. It's really positive energy to be in. Not a whole lot of like lovey-dovey energy necessarily, but that's okay. We you know, it doesn't mean that that's not there for them in any way at all. It just means that they're trying to be logical. They're trying not to get away with their emotions, basically. Let's see here. Can we get a message here for Aquarius in regards to this connection? You have more options than you realize. It sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. Sometimes this deck, the messages on the front and the messages on the back don't connect for me, and I don't get it. I don't get how these two connect, except maybe that you have different ways of approaching this person. Like there are different ways that you can you can approach them, different methods. Okay. It sure is hard to get really angry at someone when you can think of all the reasons you love them. And this is just reminding you to be compassionate. Okay. If they're coming across as kind of chilly with this energy here, like try to understand from their perspective, try to be understanding, try to see, their pain possibly from their past, and like try to empathize with them for that. Try to give them that space and understanding. Let's see here. I'm going to get a message from the Lovers Oracle for you. Can I get a message for Aquarius, please, in regards to this connection? Can I get a message for Aquarius, please? Message for Aquarius, please, in regards to this connection. Oh. All right. This is the card we get, which says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Well, that's a great message and great energy. And, it's part of that. I really feel like that's part of that, having that compassion. And maybe they're coming off a little bit chilly, like I said, with that Queen of Swords energy. So maybe they just need a minute. They just need a little bit of space there so that they can process what they're feeling. Let me see here. We're going to get messages from here real quick. I think this person's they do feel like they can be open with you. I do feel that way. With the Queen of Feathers, the Queen of Swords, she really wants to be honest, and she believes in truthful and honest communication. Okay, just like I said, kind of, let's see here. Can we get a message for Aquarius from this person? Messages for Aquarius from this person. It says, I wish that I could just wish away my feelings for you. It hurts me so much not to be with you, even though it was me who pushed you away. And even if you're not in separation, this person is kind of keeping you at a distance. And they, emotionally speaking, okay, and that's because they're scared. But they do want to move past that. Okay. And I don't think that they are being very honest and open with you. They feel like they can be. So I think it's promising. If this is something that you want to work towards, just understand that there are a lot more emotions in this situation than maybe are incredibly obvious up front. But let's see here. We're going to get one more message for you. From Therapets. Whoa, okay. Kind of slid right out there. There's two cards here. I am a work in progress, and that is okay. And you're still making progress even on your worst days. I don't know if this is something that resonates for you, or if maybe it resonates with this person here, but it's what came out. So I hope that it did resonate for you there, Aquarius. I hope this whole reading did, and thank you so much for watching. That is everything that I have for you at the moment, but thank you so much, and I will I will hopefully see you again in the future. Hey, Gemini. We're going to start here with the Moonology deck to get an overall energy between you and the person you're connecting with. Overall energy. Whoa, I swear, everyone's throwing out 3 cards today. Be bold and make the first move. A fiery climax approaches and take time to breathe out. That's interesting messages, because be bold and make the first move and a fiery climax approaches. These are both like really, cardinal moon and full moon in Aries. This is a lot of like fire and forward movement energy. And then take time to breathe out is about like, it might be a message to shift your focus, because sometimes with take time to breathe out, we're being advised to like we're accepting too many responsibilities, and there's so much that we're trying to juggle, and you really need to like focus your priority on what is really important to you. There's a lot of promise in these cards here, and I feel like you're being guided to adjust, to shift your focus and really move towards this person that you're connecting with, because there is a very promising energy here. This fiery climax is it's very promising. It might, a fiery climax, I guess, is not always positive. Fire is sometimes anger and not passion, but I don't think that's what is happening here. Let's get the tarot. We're going to draw some cards here. 2 for how you feel and 2 for how they feel. How does Gemini feel about the person they're connecting with, please? How does Gemini feel about this person they're connecting with? It might be take time to breathe out. Yeah, I really do feel more like this is... Okay, we got 3 cards here. Let's see what we got. Transformation, which is the Death card. Transition and liberation is what it says. So yeah, something is changing. Something has changed, possibly ended, possibly just like it could be, just as an example, okay, not necessarily that's what happened here, but like a friendship shifting into something more, like that kind of change. Something dies so something else can be born. So that's what this card is about, that transformation. So something has transformed within you or within this connection, okay? But Queen of Crystals, that is the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, and it says comfort and prosperity. And as far as feelings towards someone, that's wanting to protect and nurture someone, really wanting to keep them safe, and yeah, it's a very, very warm feeling towards this person, and wanting to just it's also a dedication, okay, because Pentacles are really about commitment and stability. So it's really a dedication to someone, and really a desire to protect and nurture them and this connection. And last, we get the Ace of Crystals, which is a new beginning in stability, with that solid foundation that you commit to continuing to grow off of. It's really it's an offer of commitment. It's a new beginning in a committed and stable situation. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's really great to go from transformation to an ace here. That's really promising there. Let's take a look at this person and how they feel about you. How does this person feel about Gemini? Oh. I only want 2 cards, so I don't know why I'm shuffling anymore. 2 cards came out. So the first one we got here is the 4 of Crystals, and this is the 4 of Pentacles. So this is feeling, it says control and security, and it's feeling It can be possessive, feeling very possessive of someone. They're holding on tightly, and that holding on tightly, I'm not clarifying these cards because I'm trying to read through them quickly, but it could be that they are shielding you because of this, or it could be that they're holding on to you. I'm not sure how it resonates for you. I feel like you would know better than I would. Page of Shells. So this is the Page of Cups. And it says intuition and inspiration. The Page of Cups is somebody who is kind of dipping their toes in the water. And so, yeah, I feel like they're a little bit guarded with this with this Four of Crystals, the Four of Pentacles. They're a little bit guarded, but they are definitely curious. And I mean, this is emotion. It's almost like, and I don't know, I know last week I did get a reading, one of the signs where it was definitely like a friendship shifting to more than a friendship. I don't think it was Gemini though, but this person, like if that's what's happened here, then this person they're curious and they definitely feel emotion for you and for this connection, but they definitely are taking it slow, because that Page of Cups is someone who's just, like I said, dipping their toes in the water. They're just they're curious about it and hopeful. Sometimes the Page of Shells is an apology. I don't know, something happened with this transformation card here. Maybe something happened and they want to apologize. They're feeling a little bit protective of themselves with that Four of Crystals, but take that how it resonates. I do feel like this person is leaning towards you. You know, their interest in you is real, okay, and something that they want to explore with that Page of Cups there. Can we get a message for Gemini? Oh. We got, you are adored. Don't be fooled by the players and don't be fooled by yourself. There's no one more lovable nor loved than you, and I know everyone, precious universe. And there's two ways to take this card. First off, that you need to love yourself, okay? And that love begins, I mean, really, when we love ourselves, that's when we are able to allow others to love us as well. And so it really has to start. We can love people, but we can't receive love until we first love ourselves. And so this is like an indicator that you need to like look at that and address that within yourself, that self-love. It could also, you could also take this as a message from this person. Okay, don't be fooled. Okay, you are lovable and you are loved. You are adored. So that might be a direct message from this person. I would say take that how it resonates. Probably it's possible that both messages apply, but let's see here. We're going to get a message from the Lover's Oracle here. Actually, I want to get one from the Charming Oracle there, but let's get this first. Can we get a message for Gemini in regards to this connection? Can we get a message for Gemini, please? Message for Gemini, please. I love this deck, but it's so hard to shuffle. Can make it a message for Gemini, please? Okay. The message says, oh, that's the picture. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. I don't think that, I mean, take that however it resonates for you. I don't really see like I don't feel like you're trying to push change onto this person. But accepting the situation as it is really does give people room. And when you give them that room, like when you back up and you allow for that distance between you, when you give them that little bit of space, like if they're feeling it, then they want to fill that space, you know, and they take a step towards you. But I mean, you're not even being asked to do that. You're being told to make a first move here. And maybe that's what you need to do, is like make the move and then take a step back. Like not retreat from them, don't pull from them and confuse them, but like make that first move so that the situation is clear, you know, and then give them a moment. Okay, these cards, the messages the wording might not like fit to your timeline, so we just need to adjust it. But it says adjust the word, like I'll give an example if it comes up. But anyway, I need you like a heart needs to beat. Wow, that's pretty serious. High vibration. I'm feeling the pull back to you. See, and I do feel like they feel pulled towards you. Like I said, everything is unfolding as it should. We will be together again when time is right for it. Which I feel like this is just a call for like slow pace, like not a stop, okay, but like let's be patient here and let's take our time with that energy there. I keep replaying our conversations in my head over and over again. You truly are one of a kind. I just hope and pray that I haven't lost you for good. So that is the messages we have there. I'm going to get a card here, this Therapet's deck, a card for Gemini, please. A message for Gemini. Another difficult deck to shuffle. This is my daughter's deck, though, and she said I should include it, so I'm doing it. Well, okay. We get two cards here. It says, look at everything you've survived so far. You weren't defeated then. You won't be defeated now. It's going to be okay. These cards are really just positive messages. But, you know, take it how it resonates for you. But yeah, that's all that I have for you here, Gemini. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have a great day. And I hope I see you back here again soon. I'm going to switch now to Libra. I've never done all the zodiac signs in one reading before. It's interesting. Oh, I'm not shuffling those unless I use them. That's right. Hey there, Libra. We're going to begin first with the Moonology deck here to get an overall picture or an overall energy of this connection. Real quick, Libra. All right. Here we go, Libra. Can we get overall energy of this connection between Libra and the person they're connecting with? Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So something about the approach or something about the connection, it needs to be like shifted in some way with that card there. We're going to draw 2 cards for how you feel about them and 2 for how they feel about you. How does Libra feel about the person they are connecting with? Adjustments are required generally indicates that there's something in our approach, you know, the way that we're looking at it or the way that we're approaching it that needs to just be shifted in some way. So let's see here. Can we get one more card? How does Libra feel about this person? Okay, that's interesting. So we get 2 cards here. The first is the Nine of Shells, which is the Nine of Cups. And that's feeling really grateful for someone. That's feeling like the Nine of Cups, that's a wish fulfillment. That's like every wish being fulfilled. And so when we look at that as feelings towards someone, that's feeling like they're a dream come true. You know, they're exactly what you want. They're exactly what you hoped for. All right, but then we get the Five of Feathers, which is the Five of Swords, and it says strategy and resilience down here. This deck has a slightly different view on all of the cards than traditional tarot. So this one, like I said, it says strategy and resilience. And in the Five of Swords, we've won a battle, but like the way that we went about it is something that's challenging for us, something that causes conflict within us. The Five of Swords is really about internal conflict. And so with the Five of Feathers, though, I think that there's something about this situation that you are trying to make sense of. Okay, you're trying to balance it and make it like trying to, there's a word in the English language that means what I'm trying to say, and I can't think of what that word is, but there is something, justify is what came to mind, but that's not what I mean. It's like you're trying to explain it. You're trying to understand it. You're trying to make it make sense, okay, with the Five of Feathers here, and make it okay. All right, that's what this energy is coming across as. Let's take a look at the person that you're connecting with. That's so cute that the Nine of Shells is a penguin. Let's see here. How does this person feel about Libra? Eight of Crystals. Okay, so that is the Eight of Pentacles. Can I get one more card? How does this person feel about Libra? Well, and the Temperance card. So the Eight of Pentacles coming out, it says dedication and progress. And this person with the Eight of Pentacles, that's somebody who's dedicated to perfecting something. And as far as feelings with you, they are dedicated to making this what it's supposed to be, you know, like the connection between you and them. They want it to be right. So they want it to be what it's intended to be, and they're willing to focus on it and work on it until it becomes that. With the Temperance card as well, this is patience energy. This is very patient energy. This is somebody who's seeking that balance and harmony, and understanding that it's going to take time. Wherever it's headed, it's going to take time, and they're dedicated to staying on course, you know, and working towards it, and they're patient. They don't feel like in a hurry in any way. They're very, this is going to take some time to work out, and that's okay. All right. And it's interesting with adjustments are required, and this might be in regards to this Five of Feathers, this Five of Swords that you're trying to, and see, the word still's not coming to me. You're trying to work out, you're trying to understand, and trying to, it's so there on the edge of my brain, and my brain says, no, you cannot have that word. It's my word. But yeah, maybe it's in regards to that, the adjustments. Maybe it's a shift in your thoughts that you need to work on with that. Adjustments are required. Let's see here. Can we get a message for Libra in regards to this connection? It says that you have options is meaningful. Rock on. If I could make just 2 wishes, I'd wish I could somehow convey to you the profound depths of my gratitude for every moment of your life. I'd also wish that you could somehow know of your unimaginable importance, just as you are now to the lives of so very many. And of course, I'd wish for even more wishes. Oh, shoot. You were such a good idea, the universe. I love this line. You were such a good idea. How cute is that? But yeah, this is that you have options is meaningful. Rock on. I was saying this earlier in the video today. Sometimes the messages on the front and the back like don't connect for me, but hopefully they connect, or one of them is more like resonates more for you. But as far as this, I take this kind of to mean that, well, that you need to see your value first off, okay, because that's what is being indicated back here. You're unimaginably important to so many people, and you will continue to be, and you will continue to be important to more people. And perhaps there are options, you know, like you have choices out there that you need to acknowledge and recognize, and know that you are valuable. Know that you're valuable, and that you're valuable to more people than just one, possibly more than just this person, but also valuable to them. I mean, yes, also valuable to them because they are currently in your life. And so I feel like that's what this card is saying. And I don't know why you need to hear that, but but maybe you did need to hear it. So we'll take that. Let's see here. I'm going to get a message from the Lover's Oracle for you, Libra. Can you please get a message for Libra in regards to this connection? It says balance. This is the front. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And this is interesting because you have this 5 of Swords here, this 5 of Feathers. Sorry, I bumped my camera. But good relationship requires you, it forces you to challenge yourself, you know, and something, I mean, all relationships really should bring us to a point where we do self-reflection, you know, where we're reflecting on ourselves and find a way to shift ourselves and to grow, okay? Because that's what happens when we're met with a challenge. We have to kind of adjust and grow because of that challenge if we want to overcome it. And so in a good relationship, like, should challenge you, should challenge who you are, like, not who you are, my goodness, that's wrong, but like help you grow, okay? And the way that you grow is that you are challenged. We don't grow by being comfortable, okay? We don't expand, we don't become more and greater and bigger by being comfortable. We have to make ourselves, we have to be in that discomfort in order to progress, in order to improve. And so, yeah, this is, I have absolutely no idea why all of that came to mind with this. But yeah, it's not just about keeping it peaceful. You know, you don't just keep the peace in relationships. In order to progress a relationship, we have to rock the boat, you know, otherwise things can be stagnant. So perhaps that is what this is telling you, like maybe that you need to rock the boat. And maybe that's what that 5 of Feathers is, your internal struggle because you want to rock the boat. But you're not doing it because this person is coming across as very like, let's just, you know, turtle pace, right? What is that? The tortoise wins the race, right? So like, They're like really in this turtle pace, and maybe you're wanting to rock the boat but aren't doing that because of maybe you're afraid to upset them or something along the lines of that. But yeah, balance. We have to keep it equal. You have to keep it balanced and even. So if there's some reason that you need to rock the boat, if there's some way that you need to challenge this person, then I'd say that you're being called to do that. Okay, we're going to, yeah, we're going to go to Therapet's card here. This is, in case you did not watch the front of the video, this is my daughter's deck. She wanted me to use it in my video today, so I am, whoa. Okay, a card already came out, and it's perfect for, because it's an owl, is what I mean, for Libra. I don't know, owls and Libras, that makes sense in my mind, but your struggle is not an indication of failure. It's a card that you get here, Libra. So, true. Whatever that 5 of feathers is, whatever that inner, battle that you are waging with yourself there. Don't let it bring you down. Don't let it pull you into feeling. Don't let it lower your energy. Keep your energy up. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that it resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next week, because I'm not doing any more readings this week because I'll be traveling. So thank you, though, for watching. And we're going to move to Capricorn now. All right, Capricorn. So we are starting first with the Moonology deck to get an overall of this connection. Overall energy, or an overall message in regards to this connection between Capricorn and the person they are connecting with. For Capricorn, please. Overall energy in this connection. We get 2 cards here. The full moon in Taurus, which your dreams need a practical plan. And new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Interesting. So yeah, indication here that there is something like tangible, okay, like some tangible aspect of it, something that can be manipulated, something along those lines, that's that like earth energy, okay, that that you need a plan towards, okay. So something about it has to do with like the physical world, the things that we can manipulate. And so you need a plan in regards in that way towards whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in this connection. And you're also being called to give, to be generous, a time to give rather than take. So definitely try to be generous with your energy, try to be generous with your emotions. And yeah, let's take a look at the tarot. We're going to draw 2 cards for how you feel about them and 2 for how they feel about you. Can we please get 2 cards? How does Capricorn, and we're not clarifying these cards, we're just going to draw them. How does Capricorn feel about the person they're connecting with, please? How does Capricorn feel about the person they're connecting with, please? We got 1 card, which is the High Priestess. How does Capricorn feel about the person they're connecting with? The 6 of Feathers. Okay. That's okay. So the High Priestess, it says intuition and sacred knowledge down here. And as far as feelings for someone, I feel like that is just a knowing, knowing that this connection is important, knowing that this connection is intended for you. Like it's significant and in your life for a reason. There's a purpose for it. And that's what this, as far as feelings go, that's what I feel like the High Priestess is representing. But also it can indicate an understanding of something that you can't explain, okay? And maybe wanting to communicate that understanding. Okay, we also get the Six of Feathers. This is transition and insight is what it says at the bottom. This is the Six of Swords, and this is wanting to move to peace, wanting to, or already feeling like you have, like things have been really rough. The waves have been, out of control. Things have been rough and challenging. And now you're getting to a point where things are calm again and at peace. So however that resonates for you, either you're in those rocky waters and trying to work towards those peaceful ones, or you have just transitioned into the calmer water there with that card. Can we get 2 for how this person feels about Capricorn? 2 cards. How does this person feel about Capricorn? How does the person connecting with Capricorn feel about them? We get the Emperor, okay, which is an Aries card. You might be dealing with an Aries, but the Emperor is, it says focus and stability. And the Emperor really is somebody, it's very, I often connect the Emperor, even though they're not at all the same. Emperor is fire energy and the King of Pentacles is earth energy, but I really feel like they have very similar approaches to things. Okay, they want to take care of you. The Emperor wants to take care of you. They want to help you. They want to rise you up. They want to protect you. They want to nurture you. They also feel passionately towards you. They love you and they want to. This is like, I'm in it. This committed energy, this is protective energy. You are theirs, okay? And they are yours with this energy here, the Emperor. And the Shaman, Divine Wisdom. This is the Hierophant card, I believe. Wait. Yes. Yes. This is the Hierophant card here. And it says Divine Wisdom and Spiritual Power. And I often, I don't know if this is a common thing in tarot, but I think of the Shaman and the High Priestess as very similar. Okay, because with the Shaman, this is about seeking a deeper understanding. And I suppose with the High Priestess, she already knows. Where with the Hierophant, we're seeking it out. We want a deeper connection. We want a deeper understanding. Okay, and that's what that's what the Hierophant represents, wanting a deeper connection, it's also like wanting to go the next step, like wanting to go the next level. It can be like a marriage card or a soulmate card, but really with that energy, they want a deeper connection with you. They want to protect you. This energy here is very masculine, first off. Not that that means anything. It doesn't have to be male or female, but this is very masculine energy. It's very like protective and dominating kind of energy. Like, this is mine and I'm going to protect it. That's what this comes across for as. And also, I want a deeper understanding. I want a deeper connection with you. I want a deeper understanding. And yeah. Can we get a message here for Capricorn in regards to this connection? two things. Don't be misled. When fear speaks, it's always wrong, unless being chased by wild beasts. Wild beasts. And when love speaks, it's always right and usually bouncy. Game on, the universe. So this is really just telling you not to be afraid. It doesn't come across that way unless the Six of Fears has to do with the Six of Feathers, the Six of Swords has to do with fears. Like maybe the water was so rocky because you were afraid and you were letting your fears drive your emotions. You're letting your fears control your emotions. And so now you're wanting to move out of that, or you have just recently moved out of that. And this is just, don't let those fears, don't give them the, the captain's hat. Don't give them the wheel and let them control this boat. This is your boat, okay? And always listen to the love, speak with love, and let that guide you forward, okay? And keep it simple, talking about speaking. Keep it simple. Old souls use words very sparingly, except, of course, for I, love, thank you, wow, now, and cool. Wow, I love you now, the universe. P.S., which sounds much better than wow, now I love you. Sequence is important. And I really feel like this is called to make sure you say these words, like express these words. These words are the important ones. That's why it's the words that the old souls use, because they're the ones that matter. And as we live our lives, the older we get, the more we understand that it's about this feeling. It's about these connections that we establish with people. That's what this life is about. And so this is just telling you to express that, okay? And keep it simple. Like, you don't have to clarify it. You don't have to qualify it. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Qualify it, your love for them. You don't have to explain it, okay? If you feel any of that, love or gratitude, any of that, express it. And just keep it simple. Just express it, okay? We're going to get a card here for you from the Lover's Oracle for Capricorn. Message for Capricorn, please, in regards to this connection. We get two cards here. This first one. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is a gateway to the soul. This is another one of those fear cards. Don't listen to your heart, because it's a gateway to your soul, okay? Listen to it and follow it. If you could do anything, what would it be? If you could do anything, what would it be? With no restrictions. Don't let your mind restrict you. Don't let it tell you you can't have it. Don't let it tell you that that's not going to work, because that's just fear stopping you from following your heart. So follow your heart for sure. And this message here, it says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course, which is a call not to push. Don't push it, And with that keep it simple card here too, like don't force it. Don't make it into a bigger, grander, more exaggerated thing, because that's pushing it. Just say what it is, keep it simple, let it be what it is, and don't let your fears. It's interesting how these match up. They really do, though. And maybe that's two sides here. Maybe one of you needs to keep it simple and the other one needs to not let your fears get away. Like, take it how it resonates. If there's a cross watcher here who's connecting with a Capricorn, then take it how it resonates. We're going to get one last card here for you, Capricorn. This is from my daughter's deck, Therapets. Which is a funny name. It's just really positive messages, just a reminder that everything's okay, because she's a preteen girl and they just need to be reminded that they're doing great, that they rock. I feel like they need all the positivity they can get. So Message for Capricorn. It says you are doing enough. It's going to be okay. It's pretty purple kitty. Someone else got this card, actually. I don't know who it was, but... And it's your weirdness that makes you wonderful. It's a cute card. It's your weirdness that makes you wonderful. You are doing enough. It's going to be okay. Actually, this really resonates with the last Capricorn reading I did. You know, Capricorn was really needing to take it slow and chill. Interesting, take it slow and chill because, yeah, they had wounds that they were working on healing. So, yeah. That's all that I have for you, though, Capricorn. I'm moving on to Taurus now. I paused and cleared away the space, and then I was like, I don't know if I said thank you to Capricorn. So I'm very sorry if I didn't. But thank you, Capricorn, for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you stop by here again in the future. I am switching to Taurus now. Hey there, Taurus. We're starting here with the Moonology deck to get an overall energy in this connection with you and the person you're connecting with romantically. That kind of flew out oddly, but it did just go flying right out, didn't it? It's the fastest one so far today. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So yeah, that's a call to action. How do you make it clear? It's time to stop thinking about it, is what that's saying. Stop just thinking. Stop sitting on it and thinking about it. Like, now is the time to do something about it. Sorry. My cards looked crooked there. If you want it to progress, now's the moment to take actual action towards it instead of thinking about it. Can I get 2 cards for how Taurus feels about the person they are connecting with? It is Aries season. How does Taurus feel? We get the Page of Shells, which is the Page of Cups. And that's kind of a curiosity. Sometimes the Page of Cups is in this deck here. This deck is slightly different. It's called the Spirit Song Tarot, and they have like slightly different meanings to the cards. But it says intuition and inspiration. It feels like you're feeling, you're feeling drawn towards something. Possibly you're interested in. You're curious about, and so. In some cases, the Page of Cups is an apology of some kind. I didn't mean to take 3 cards, but 3 cards came out. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have the Knight of Acorns. This is the Knight of Wands. It says action and drive, which is interesting because that's what's coming out, right? It's time to take action. So you feel that desire to take that action for sure. The Page of Cups, though, is like, unless there's an apology that's owed here, the Page of Cups is a very subtle gesture, something very small, like like a compliment. Okay. It's something very small, indicating that your heart is open, indicating that you're curious and interested. That's what the Page of Cups is as an action. So like as a feeling, it's like wanting to take that action, wanting to, a curiosity and wanting to explore that curiosity. But it's interesting to pair that up with a knight who really just wants to drive right in. He wants to, and the Knight of Wands is what this would normally be. The Knight of Acorns here is very driven, very passionate, very confident, really wants to charge in and express that passion and share that spark with this person. Okay. And then we get the Tower, which it says release and revelation here. And the Tower indicates a change. And sometimes that change is within us, like our understanding of something, or like it's very sudden and unexpected, the Tower. And like I said, it could be a change to a situation, okay, something around you, or it could be a change to a feeling or a change to a thought. Like your thoughts have shifted and all of a sudden you're seeing things completely different and you have a different understanding, or you're realizing suddenly that your feelings are different than what you thought they were. It's just about change. And I'm not clarifying these cards, so I don't know what that Tower represents to you, but it represents something. So I hope that resonates for you. Let's take a look at this person. How does this person feel about Taurus? How does this person feel about Taurus, please? Five of Shells. That's the Five of Cups. Wow, okay. Queen of Acorns. There's a lot of passion in this connection. And Seven of Feathers, which is deception. So Five of Cups, that's what's kind of it's kind of sadness, you know, feeling sad. There's some aspect to this connection that's making this person feel disappointed, because the Five of Cups is about, yeah, it's emotions, and it's now here it says hope and readjustment, okay, and that's what this deck like shifts the meaning slightly. So with the Queen of Acorns and the Seven of Feathers, I feel like we need to take, this is the first time that like cards have come out that I've been like unsure exactly how to read them from this deck so far this whole reading. So, but the Five of Shells, if we take that the way that it's intended here, it says hope and readjustment. And with the Five of Shells, you're being called to let go of, I mean, as advice, as like suggested action, you're being told to release the negative and embrace that hope, see those possibilities that are there around you. And so it's possible that they are shifting, you know, like they were sad and disappointed and things weren't going the way that they hoped that they would, and they were focusing on that, and now they have shifted and they're focusing instead on that hope for more, like for more things, for things to work out. The Queen of Acorns, like I said, this is the Queen of Wands, so this is that passion. There's a lot of passion between the two of you. That is very clear in this connection. And with the Queen of Wands here, they feel very attracted to you. They feel that you are just, they feel a lot of passion for you. They feel driven towards you. They feel drawn towards you. And yeah, with that. But the Seven of Feathers, this is the Seven of Swords, and it says preparation and resourcefulness. But it indicates that they're being sneaky in some way, or that they are lying in some way, either to themselves or to you. But as it says here, that's what the Seven of Swords usually means. But here it says preparation and resourcefulness. So perhaps a more positive way to look at the Seven of Swords would be to say that that they're being sneaky, that they're trying, kind of maybe a little manipulative behavior there. Like they're trying to, well, even manipulation sounds like the wrong word. Preparation and resourcefulness. It's the Seven of Swords. So, and I'm not going to clarify. Yeah, I mean, the only other way I could take it is being unclear. Like maybe, and maybe that, like I said, this doesn't necessarily have to be directed at you. It's how they're feeling in regards to you, but it may indicate that they're lying to themselves, okay? Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and draw. We're going to get a message here from Notes from the Universe. message for Taurus, please, in regards to this. Oh, that's 4 cards. Okay, we're not going to take it. Can I get one card for Taurus in regards to this connection? All right. The card we got here is there's a deeper reason for each of your questions. Seek it. Guidance, attention, help, maybe. Love, always. Criticism, never. The question was what to give others, if anything at all. Is it fun being you? Isn't it fun being you? Isn't it fun being you? Interesting, the universe. So it's saying guide, help, give your time and your love to people. Okay, that's what you give to others. But criticize them, like don't ever criticize them, because they have a reason for whatever it is. And yeah, there's a deeper reason for each of your questions. Seek it. So they have a reason for whatever is happening for them. And this is suggesting that you not judge them, but instead that you try to understand them. You try to connect to them and see why they're doing what they're doing. The Tower can sometimes indicate an ending. I'm going to get a message here from, this is called the Charming Oracle, Dark Side, Light Side, Messages from the Heart. I'm going to get messages here for Taurus from this person that they're connecting to. How does this person feel about Taurus? What would they say? What do they have to say? I just can't stop thinking about you. Okay. You are my heaven on earth. Wow, Taurus. Messages from this person for Taurus. Okay. See what we got here. It says, I'm still desperately and secretly longing for you. I'm loving you from afar. And sometimes we have to adjust the message for our situation. So if you're not like separated from this person, or, I mean, this may just mean that you are at a distance from them. Okay. But if you're not, then this just means that they're constantly longing for you. I mean, that's coming across as, I can't stop thinking about you. You are my heaven and earth. This person is really focused on you and their desire for you and love for you in this situation. I mean, according to that. So rejecting you is actually protecting you as a mess at that time. So this is an indication of feeling not worthy of, okay, not feeling not good enough for you, because when we feel like we can't be what somebody wants, so for some people the answer is to push them away so that they don't have to be hurt by your faults. Okay, so they don't have to be, their life doesn't have to be brought down by your weaknesses. Okay, so I don't know, this just, it's the person feeling like they aren't good enough. And maybe this 7 of feathers, the 7 of swords really is, and even that 5 of cups has to do with their own insecurities and their own doubts and fears. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Clearing. I am letting go of all the things that don't serve me anymore. I'm finally awakening to this love. So, all right, let's see here. I'm going to get one more card from Therapets here, which, in case you did not watch the beginning of the video, this is my daughter's deck. She asked me to use it in the reading today. So, well, she told me I should use it, so I'm doing it. It's just positive messages, so we're just going to get one here for you. Taurus. Sorry. They come shooting out. It's so hard to hold the deck, though. It says, there's no rule that says you have to have everything figured out right now. Every step forward is progress, which is good advice. And it's a cute picture. So that's what I have for you here, Taurus. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that it brought you some clarity in regards to this situation. I wish I were clarifying because I'm really curious about that Seven of Feathers, but I'm not clarifying because I have so many readings to do in one video. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't give you more. I hope that resonates. You know, the truth is that we know more than we believe we know, okay? You probably know exactly what that Seven of Swords is. If you listen to your intuition, that's how we know readings are meant for us. Because if we listen to ourselves, we know more about the situation. Our inner selves, our true selves knows more about the situation than our mind allows us to see, you know? And we're connecting with that information is how we know that a reading is ours. And so, you probably know what that Seven of Swords is, or you have an idea of what it is. So, yes. Anyway, Taurus, thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it. I hope that you have a great day, and I hope that I see you back here again soon. On to Virgo. Just putting the timestamp on it. Hey there, Virgo. We're going to start first with the Moonology deck here. We're going to draw the overall energy for you and this person and this connection. Can we get the overall energy for Virgo, please? Just occurred to me that I should have done Aries first because it's their birthday. Everybody is giving me 3 cards. So you have, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Have faith in your dreams, the waxing crescent moon, and it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So yeah, I think that maybe you're narrowing your vision. Okay, so you're looking very closely at one aspect, okay, of this connection, or one portion of it, and I feel like that may be drawing you back, bringing you down, and making you feel restricted. It's closing you in. You're boxing yourself back in. You're boxing yourself in because your vision is narrow, and so it's telling you like to stop. I feel like you're being instructed here to stop being hyper focused on something, on one thing. That is something that I feel Virgos do. You know, you see what's wrong and you focus on that because you want to fix it, which it's a good quality in you, Virgo. It 100% is, but it can also limit you. It can hold you back. Don't focus on that something. Draw the camera lens back, draw back and see the whole picture, and know that you can have whatever it is. Like, I feel like if you stop focusing, you would shift from fear and negativity into hope. Okay, because that's what you're being called for, is to, draw yourself back, take a step back, see everything here for what it really is, allow yourself to have that hope, and then take that action. It's time to take action, that new moon in Aries. So that is what I feel like you're being guided to do with those cards there. Let's take a look at the tarot. Can I get 2? I think I was thinking Taurus. Can I get 2 cards for how Virgo feels about the person they're connecting with? I feel like it's been suggested for you to take action a couple of times recently, Virgo. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I feel like you've been called to go get it, sort of. We got 3 cards. I only meant to take 2, but we got 3, so we'll take them. Wow. So the Knight of Shells, this is the Knight of Cups. This is it's charm and passion. It's you want to express to this person, you want to ride in on that horse and scoop them up. I mean, that's an extreme. It may be just that your heart is open to them with the Knight of Cups here, having an open heart. But it can be as far as you just want to sweep them off their feet. You want to awe them, you want to Did I say that right? Whatever. You want to, yeah, sweep them off their feet and just express to them how you feel about them with that Knight of Cups there. And then this is what kind of, I drew 3 cards. I mean, 3 cards came out even though I was looking for 2, but these 2 are the Queen and King of Feathers, which is swords. So this is the Queen and King of Swords, and both of them coming out. I mean, that's pretty insane. First off, it indicates that you feel a really strong connection with this person, and I feel like you are on equal wavelengths. You feel equal to them, okay? I feel like that's what this is, but with these cards here, both of them coming out, this is very logical energy. This is very like someone who's really using their mind and not using their heart so much, really trying to lead with logic and you know, what makes sense instead of what your heart is feeling. And it's like you have this energy here, this cups, okay, this emotional energy here, and you're like doubling down on logic, okay, is how I feel. Like you're like, whoa, 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 with those emotions, okay? We need to be serious here. We need to be logical. We need to make sense. And sometimes love doesn't make sense, okay, Virgo? That happens. But also with the Queen and King of Feathers here, I feel like you want to be open with this person. You want to be honest with them. You want to communicate to them truthfully. You want to make sure that that doorway is open to them. And maybe you feel that it already is. If you don't feel that it already is, then you want to. You want to make sure that there's honesty in the connection, communication, open communication. And you have a desire for that. And with this here, you're being called to do it, you know? Be honest. Speak your truth. Take that action. With that card, it's time to take action. It means that you've been thinking about this. You've been hermiting on it, Virgo. And now it's time to stop with the thinking and actually take physical steps towards it. Can we get 2 cards? How does this person feel? My cards are upside down. How does this person feel about Virgo? 2 cards, please. And I'm very sorry if you can hear my son in the background. He's quite loud. 2 cards. How does this person feel about Virgo? How does this person feel about Virgo? We get the wheel. Oh, let me show it to you. It's an octopus. The wheel, it says change and possibilities. And the wheel of fortune, it represents feeling grateful, okay? But also feeling like things are changing in a positive way, or hoping that they will change in a positive way. Can I get one more card? How does this person feel about Virgo? Okay, the 8 of shells, which is the 8 of cups. This is wanting to, it says quest and renewal is what it says. And this is actually, with the 8 of cups, it's about kind of emotionally distancing yourself from the things that are no longer serving you, okay? And so this person, but with this deck, they kind of have a positive twist on all the cards, which I think is generally a good idea. I mean, I think generally I try to be positive, and I encourage others to be positive, because when we're positive, we draw positive things into our life, as I say so often in every one of my videos. But 8 of Cups, it says quest and renewal. And in the 8 of Cups, we're walking away from things. And I mean, I suppose that is sort of a quest to find that something that we can pour ourselves into again, because whatever we were pouring ourselves into, that's like not serving us anymore. And so we really need to release that and move towards something new. This person wants positive change in this connection, and they're feeling like they need to let go of the negative, which is really good. It's positive energy here. It's definitely not a negative. Let's see here. We're going to get a message from Notes from the Universe for Virgo, please. from the universe, please, for Virgo? Can I get a message in regards to this connection? Can I get a message for Virgo, please? They've been mainly quiet for this whole video, which is now coming up on 2 hours, just past, I think, the 2-hour mark. Let's do my cards. And now they're over there, just so loud. All for you, Virgo. It must be a sign, right? It's not as if you need anyone. For as long as you wish to keep them in your life, whoever they may be, understanding them as opposed to changing them will wildly improve the chances that they'll wish to keep you in their life. On the other hand, you're pretty much stuck with me. Oh, wow, how I love you, the universe. So this is just, I mean, this is a call to try to understand their point of view, try to understand their, try to understand their perspective of the situation, because they have their reason. And if you're just trying to force them into something, which I don't really see that here, but maybe with logic, sometimes when we're approaching things with logic, we're like, well, this is what makes sense. And so it must be because it's what makes sense. And that's just not always the case when we're dealing with emotions. We're people, we have emotions, and we allow them to guide us because they speak from our heart. So like if you're trying to make them see something a certain way, like giving them a little space, like that, back up, take a step back and I'm sorry. I'm just going to pause this for a second so I can ask them to be quiet. But yeah, there we go. Now I can see my screen. It was a very important and epic battle, just so you know, but they're good now. So yeah, I don't know how that resonates. I mean, I don't know how this connects to this message back here. Sometimes that happens with this deck. It happens a lot with this deck, but I hope that that message resonates for you. You're being watched by loving eyes. What if you're actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover they too are awesome? Just saying, the universe. P.S. Up for a joust? Of course, with rubber thingies. I'm sorry, these cards crack me up. But anyway, this is two things. Okay, you're being watched by loving eyes, and it's just a reminder that there are people around you that love you, basically, with this message here. That's how I take this message. I did a reading for myself earlier today, and this card came out, and that's how I decided to take it. Okay, but you know that you're surrounded by love. You really are. Okay, and this here is reminding you that, I mean, we're here to love. And what if you are actually sent here to spread love and joy, Um, and that's really what we should do. I feel like this is just be kind and be loving and focus on the positive in the situation, which I'm not trying to, I really hope that you don't take this offensively, because I don't mean it that way. And I really think that this is a good quality in Virgo that's very important. But I know that you can focus on the negative because you want to help. You're so you're trying to be thoughtful, and I know that. But when you do it, it can come across as just being mean or being unfair, being too hard. Okay, and so this is just like, remember that you have feeling for this person, even if we're not going as far as saying love. Okay, your heart is open to them, and And remember that, okay? And try to be compassionate and try to be understanding of their feelings. Yes, I'm going to draw some cards here for you from this deck. Is called Soulmates and Separation, and whether or not you're separated from this person, you could just adjust the messages to, I mean, let's get some cards here. Can you show us, how does this person feel about Virgo? And then I'll show you what I mean. Oh, that's, I don't think that was, I think that was a mistake, but can you please show us how this person feels about Virgo? How's this person feel about, okay. It says, I am still healing. So yeah, if they're with this Eight of Shells, I mean, that Eight of Cups, that is them trying to heal. That is them trying to walk away from those things that hurt them, those things that are no longer feeding them. And whether or not that's in relation to you, like, or healing from past hurts, there is definitely something here that they've been holding on to that's been dragging them down, something negative, okay? I must admit that I'm longing for your touch and warm embrace. Well, that's sweet. And this is not the way I wanted things to end. I wish I could go back in time. So if there's, which like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean there's an ending here. Okay, this is just an indication that they really want things to improve. And if something happened in the past that was negative, something that negatively affected this connection, they wish they could fix it. They wish they could go back and change that something, whatever it was. So let's get one more card here for you, Virgo, from Therapests for Virgo. A message from Virgo for Virgo. This is my daughter's deck. She's 11, so it is kind of, it's a deck intended for youth, and also it's all positive, but it's just, you know, reminders. I think they're cute. You will survive this, and today is a brand new day, and you are a brand new you. Good luck. So hopefully those messages mean something to you or help you in some way. But that is all that I have for you today, Virgo. Thank you for watching the reading. I really do appreciate it. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that you find luck in this situation. And I hope that I see you back here again sometime soon. So have a great day, Virgo. I'm moving on now to Aries. This deck always ends up upside down. Hey there, Aries. Happy birthday. If it's today, or, you know, it's your birthday. It's your birthday time. It's Aries season. So happy birthday, Aries. We're going to start with the Moonology deck here to get an overall energy between you and the person that you are connecting with. Overall energy for this connection, please. That's an interesting message for Aries. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius, and a time for healing, balsamic moon. Show the world the real you and a time for healing. Well, I mean, so the show the world the real you indicates that I mean, Aries, you are a leader, first off, but also Aries has this, well, you have special qualities, okay? And it's about, this card here is telling you to embrace who you are and be yourself and share yourself, most importantly, with the world. Like, It's an indication that is necessary at this time, like that you need to do this. You need to, turn to your community, and which is interesting. Maybe this person is a part of your community, this person that you're connecting with. But yeah, it's indicating that you're hiding something about yourself. You're hiding away, and you should stop hiding away. Show the world the real you. And a time for healing is, take it slow. Take a minute if you need a minute. Whatever it is, take it slow. Okay, can I get 2 cards for how Aries feels about this person they're connecting with? We get the 7 of Crystals, which is the 7 of Pentacles. It says options and results. And the Magician, willpower and creation. Actually, with the 7 of Pentacles, we've invested in something and we're waiting for that investment to pay out. And it's a pause kind of card. It's a waiting kind of card. As far as feelings for someone, it can indicate that you feel like you're waiting for them to make a choice. Okay, you're waiting for it. It's a waiting card for sure. You've invested in this connection, and you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for them. It's almost like it's out of your control with this energy here. And the Magician is about trying to create something. You're trying to manifest something in this connection. The Magician is also someone who is, they have all the tools. You can manifest what you want. You can focus your energy positively and make what you want out of this situation. So, and I think that you know that with the Magician energy there. So, yeah. Feeling a bit like it's out of your control and wanting to manifest. And I feel like the solution here in that manifestation is to be yourself. Really just be you. And that will help you manifest what it is that you want in this connection. Can I please get 2 more cards? Because the truth is, you're irresistible, Aries. You are. And if you allow that to shine through, then and you accept it within yourself, you accept it, then you will draw in what you want. You'll manifest the outcome that you're looking for. So for how they feel about you, we get the Page of Acorns, and that's the Page of Pentacles. No, that's the Page of Wands. That's the Page of Wands. Acorns are wands in this deck. It says discovery, enthusiasm. They're excited about you. They're excited about you, and they're curious, and they feel passionately, and you've lit a spark with that irresistible self that you are. You lit a spark inside of them, and they're curious, and they want to investigate it. They want to discover more in the connection. It's excited energy. It's actually quite nice. And the 3 of Shells, playfulness and bliss. Yeah, they really enjoy you, and they want to. Both of these cards are really just, how can you not smile? It's really about laughter and fun and excitement. Wow, this is great energy coming at you, Aries. They like you, okay? They like being around you, and they they just enjoy you. That's great energy. And they want to spend more time with you with that 3 of Shells, and their curiosity. Yeah, you just spark them. They are curious and excited. And yeah. Can we get a message here for Aries in regards to this connection? It says, sometimes the good is hidden. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Sherlockly yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there. And maybe you're expecting more from this person, because with that 7 of Crystals, it really feels like you're waiting on them. You're waiting on something. Something is holding you in place. Something has you pause and waiting. Yeah, you're waiting for something. And so maybe what this is saying is that the answer is there. Like whatever it is either not coming in the way that you expect it to, because it's already there. It's either not coming in the way that you expected it to, so that's why you don't see it, or it has already arrived and you just aren't, like, you aren't seeing it there. It's already there. Sometimes the good is hidden. So I feel like it's telling you to investigate, like really think about what it was you were asking for and how it might have been fulfilled in this situation. Oh no. Let's get a Lover's Oracle. I'm sorry, I'm not clarifying these cards because, yeah, I'm trying to do everybody in one video, which is just a lot. So can I get a message for Aries in regards to this connection? That's interesting. Card that came shooting out here. I'll show you. This one is the one that I was talking about. There are 3 here, so I'm going to read them all. But this one here, it says soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. And I feel like that sometimes the good is hidden. Like, I don't know, maybe those aren't connected in the way that I was thinking, but in my mind I was thinking that this is also telling you, like both of these are telling you that it's there. It's interesting too that the Magician is here. You're trying to manifest something in this connection. Really believing that you can have it is how you get it. Knowing that it will be yours is how you manifest something. And anyway, this is telling you that it's already with you and you just have to believe it, and then that manifestation will happen. So you are trying to manifest something here, and I just feel like you're not seeing it, you're not believing it. Possibly it's here already, but you aren't seeing it yet because you aren't accepting it. And you really have to believe that you can have it. You have to believe it's there in order for you to see it. This person, they like you, okay? They do. And it's possible that there's even more deeper feelings here. We're not clarifying. And they might just be keeping it light on the surface, and there might be more here. But I really feel like you're being told that you have to believe it, and then you'll see that it's already there. Okay, with that card, this card, and this card here. Also, I don't know, I mean, it doesn't really connect with that message right there, but I do feel like it's being shared with you. That advice is being given to you here in these cards. But we also get this here, which says balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of agreeing. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So you have to, and this came out in somebody else. I think this came out in Libra, but this is reminding you that in order for things to move forward, in order for growth, there must be change. In order for us to grow, we can't grow in comfort. Like if we're comfortable and we stay in that comfort, then we're never going to grow. We have to force discomfort on ourselves in a connection in order to grow that connection. So if you're feeling stagnant, okay, like I feel like you're being called to first accept that you can have what you want, like know that you can. And then maybe there's some part of this connection that you need to make uncomfortable in order to push it to the next step, like in order to push it out of this flirty, playful behavior. This is very flirty behavior right here. And into the next step, which would be more of a commitment and more of a connection. Manifesting miracles. Oh my gosh. So this is the card. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. See, I'm telling you, it's there. You have to know it's there. And I don't know maybe the reason why you're not accepting that it could be real and that it can be here is because you're healing from something from the past. Like maybe you're trying to let go of past hurt or something. And that is what's holding you back from believing that it's here, because all of these cards are telling you it's here. What you're wanting to manifest, like, it's right around the corner. You're manifesting it. Be positive, believe that you can have it, and then you will finally see it. Anyway, message for Aries here. This is the Therapet's deck. If you didn't watch the beginning of the video, this is my daughter's deck, and she told me to use it today, so I am. Progress is progress, no matter how small. That's good. It's a good one. I know you feel anxious, but you forget the part where you totally got this. And you do, Aries, you totally got this. You 100% got this. You are a manifester. You are a magician. And you can manifest whatever it is you want. You just have to believe it. Believe in yourself. Believe in your ability, you know? Sorry. So that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope this resonated. And I hope you had a great birthday, or you have a great birthday, and that I see you back here again soon. But good luck to you in this and anything else that you are working on. I'm moving now to Leo. 2 more to go, and then I'll be done. All right, Leo. Just cleaning up for my Aries. We're going to start here with the Moonology deck to get an overall energy between you and the person you're connecting with. Overall energy here. Overall energy, please, for Leo and the person they're connecting with. A new start is coming. New moon. Well, that's very promising energy. So there's something beginning here, a new start, which doesn't mean that it's a new relationship necessarily. It doesn't have to be. It could be, of course. But a new start could just indicate, that things have changed, and now, you get a fresh start in this connection in some way. Okay. That happened quick. So how you feel about them, we get the 9 of Feathers, which is the 9 of Swords, which is somebody stressing, okay? But it says here perspective and self-empowerment. So in this deck, they kind of have a positive shift on all the cards, which is neat, okay? But it's indicating here that you're really focusing, of course, on this connection, okay? And perhaps changing your perspective, but you are really focused on it. And the 9 of Swords normally indicates that you're kind of stressing. So that could be the energy of this here. Oh, and the Queen of Shells, which is the Queen of Cups. You feel a lot of love for this person, a very deep, unconditional love towards them. And that, with that Queen of Shells energy, very compassionate. You are stressed about the situation, but a new start is coming. I could see that causing you stress, How does this person feel about Leo, please? Not the new start, but a new start indicates that there's a rough patch right now. Something is going to be starting fresh, which means that something might be ending. So there's some aspect of your connection that's worrying you. But the good news is that, it's a door opening for you, really. But you feel a lot for this person, a lot of compassion, a lot of unconditional love, and you want to support them and show them that affection, show them that love with that Queen of Shells, which is the Queen of Cups. So over on their side, so far we get the Knight of Feathers, which is the Knight of Swords. It's action and focus. And this is about determination, and honesty and communication. So they really want to talk with you. It's also, you know, it's kind of a I'm coming to get you card in a way. We get the Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Excuse me. And this is very nurturing and protective energy. Also very committed energy. I do feel like this person, with a Knight of Feathers, that's that Knight of Swords, action and focus is how it's described in this card here. And they really are, I feel like this has to do with communication. It has to do with forward movement in this connection. They really do want to move forward. They have an idea and they want to move towards that idea. They have and it also has to do with communication and truth. So possibly they want to communicate all of that to you. But Queen of Crystals here, they're very committed to the connection. They're protective of it. They're protective of you. And they are, they want to nurture this. They want to help it grow. Ace of Acorns. That is the Ace of Wands. Acorns represents wands in this deck. So that's that new start, you know. Aces are a new start, and wands, that's passion. And yeah, they're feeling very confident. Things are going to improve. Like, this is really positive energy here. They want a new start with you, and they're excited about it, and they want that excitement within you too. They want to inspire that within you. This is really good energy. You both, I definitely feel like you're both moving towards each other in, at least energetically, if not physically, but you both want, well, there's a lot of emotion here, like I said, on both sides, really. Can I get a message for Leo in regards to this connection? I guess a desire for a new start isn't showing up on your side. It's showing more that you're stressing. Maybe you don't realize that this is an open door. Maybe you don't realize that this is a new opportunity for you in this connection. And so you're just stressing. You don't see the potential of what it could be. You're just stressing about the harder aspects of the change. You know, when something has to end so that something can begin. You know, one door closes and another opens. So you're stressing more about that closed door. You're focusing more on that closed door, which has to do with perception. And if you adjust your perception and see that this is really an opportunity for you, then I think that you would benefit from that. Your treasure is at hand. Sure, you can always find prettier, handsomer, skinnier, wiser, richer, younger, zippier. But more often than not, one learns the most, laughs the loudest, and smiles the widest with those they've already found, especially when they stop looking elsewhere. Actually, zippier is on quite a few lists. Tally-ho, the universe. So yeah, this is telling you to focus where you are, you know? Like, I really feel like this is asking you to see the potential in what you have, because what you have is great. And in accepting what's now, in doing that, we open doors. Because when we're imposing restrictions, I'm trying to come up with the words, sometimes I just struggle, but like when we accept it for what it is, when we don't require it to be something, okay, then it can be anything. And that really opens the door, and that allows for these new opportunities. So I feel like this is telling you to, well, focus on the positive of your situation, you know, and you will find that treasure is there, okay? And then we get, you were born with that it quality. Do you want to know what's really beautiful? Confidence. Do you want to know what's really powerful? Persistence. Do you want to know what's really sexy? Please, I know sexy. Not needing to be needed. And if still they don't notice your good looks, your strength, and your sachet, could you feel more sorry for them? Tally-ho, the universe. And so, again, this is like, be confident. You're a Leo, you know? Own it. Be confident. Be persistent. Continue to be committed to this, okay, which I feel like you are, but be persistent and don't require them, because like I said with that Nine of Feathers, something is happening here that is stressing you, and that something is making this situation appear like more negative than positive, okay? Or at least it's bringing in negative, okay, where there doesn't need to be any kind of negative. And if you just let go of the need for that something to be something specific, if you could just release that, then I mean, it's sexy, like it says here. That's sexy. Not needing to be needed, not needing it to be exactly what you want it to be. Okay, I'm going to use the Charming Oracle deck here for you, Leo. We're going to get some messages from this person. Can we please get messages for Leo from this person that they are connecting with? How do they feel about Leo? Oh, it was an Ace of Wands, wasn't it? Sorry. It says, your sexual energy is keeping me up at night. I want to feel you close to me. You are all I can think about. You're the only one that I hunger for. I mean, that's steamy energy right there. Let's see. Sorry. I'm still desperately and secretly longing for you. I'm loving you from afar. And this doesn't have to, I mean, if you're not separated, okay, then this just means that they have a great longing for you, which, I mean, is clear right there. They have this longing for you. And if you are separated, then know that they long for you. Okay. If you're separated or if you're just at a distance at this time, they want to be closer. They long for you. Mirroring. We are both reflecting each other's pain. Time for solitude, and really dig deep and release it all. So if there's something you're holding on to, that's a call to release it. And it's also an indication that they see it. They see that pain, okay? And that they're trying to work through it as well, or have taken those steps, We're going to draw a card from Therapets here. And in case you didn't watch the beginning of the video, this is my daughter's deck. What she suggested I use in my readings today. Message for Leo is not easy to shuffle. Ooh, okay. That's a lot of cards. It says, trying your best is all that matters. The rest will fall into place. With every challenge you meet, you gain experience. Every day you're leveling up. A bad day doesn't mean a bad life. Tomorrow will be different. It's okay to float along. It's okay to just be. That's cute. Those are great messages. Anyway, so that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that it resonates with you. I hope that, sorry, that's a cute card on the back here, but I hope it resonates with you. I hope it brought you some clarity. If it did, please let me know. You could comment below or like the video or shoot me an email if you prefer, but thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it. I wish you luck in this and anything else you're working on. And I hope I see you back here in the future. On to my last reading, Sagittarius. This is the longest video I've ever made. I have no idea how long this is going to take to upload. It'll be interesting to find out. 2 hours and 33 minutes in. All right, Sagittarius. We are going to start with the Moonology deck here to get overall energy for you and the person you're connecting with. Can we please get overall energy for Sagittarius? and the person they're connecting with. Overall energy, please. A new start is coming. This just came out for Leo. Maybe you're connecting to Leo. But, I mean, it's an indication that, you know, things are, well, that something new is being offered to you in some way in this connection. It doesn't have to mean a new connection. It could be that you're being introduced to somebody new, that a new connection is offering itself to you, but it could just be a new opportunity in this connection with someone you're already in an existing relationship with. Can I please get 2 cards? How does Sagittarius feel? 6 of crystals, that's the 6 of pentacles. So that's feeling very generous. It says synergy and gratitude at the bottom of the card, but it's feeling really generous towards somebody, feeling like there's equal give and take in the connection. Can I get one more card? How does Sagittarius feel? The Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the 6 of Pentacles here. So that's wanting a new start, you know? That's, I mean, a new start is coming your way. So, and this is that Ace of Crystals. It says manifestation and prosperity. But the Ace of Pentacles represents like a new beginning that is in something really stable, something committed, something you know that will last, something built on a very solid and strong foundation. Can I get 2 cards? How does this person feel about Sagittarius? So you're feeling really balanced in this connection, and you really want to establish, you want to establish this fresh start, this new beginning, this new committed beginning, something that you're both committed in. Wow, the Empress, for how they feel about you. Beauty and abundance is how it's described down here. This is Taurus energy. So you might be dealing with a Taurus, but the Empress is, I mean, they find you attractive. They want to create with you, okay? With this energy here, they feel hopeful, and yeah, and that you're attractive. 9 of Crystals, that is Pentacles. Wow, okay, so this is the 9 of Pentacles. It says security and abundance, but as far as the feelings for you, with both of these cards here, first, they think that you offer that stability that they're looking for, that you could offer it, that you have the ability to, and also that they find you very attractive with those 2 cards. Not just your physical appearance, but your entire life. Everything about you is attractive to them. Everything about what you do, like your career, what you surround yourself with, all of these things are very attractive to them. And with the Empress, that's a card of of building something together, starting something together, and building it up to something. Okay, it's a new beginning, but it's not like, I mean, so there's 3 cards here at least of new beginnings, because the Empress, like I said, can be a new beginning, but also it's not just about not like the Fool who's like jumping off the ledge, okay? This is something that you build together with that Empress energy. They want to create with you. You know, it's very positive, very great energy. So, we got a message here from Notes from the Universe, which says, you are adored. Don't be fooled by the players. Don't be fooled by yourself. There's no one more lovable nor loved than you, and I know everyone. Precious, the universe. So this is just confirmation that you deserve it. If you have any doubt whatsoever that you're not good enough, or that you don't deserve this, which, I mean, I don't see that here, but this is confirmation that that this person thinks very highly of you, and that you deserve it. You totally deserve it. So if there's any doubt in your mind, Sagittarius, don't be silly. Let's see here. Can we get a message for Sagittarius in regards to this connection? Okay, so this is the card. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. And I mean, a new start is coming, and it feels like you want that new start for sure, and so does this person. But this indicates that you're fighting it to some degree, that you have some kind of shield up against this change, which they're discouraging you from doing. Change is a necessary part of life, so let it flow. If you're trying to push it, maybe, then don't push it. Like, let the change happen. Just accept that it's part of life and it's a part of the process, and let it happen. All right, let's get a message here. Sagittarius, positive. This deck here, in case you haven't been here for the entire video, because I've said it multiple times, this is my daughter's deck, and it's very positive deck intended for youth, okay, but it's cute, and she told me I should use it today, so I am. There's no need to be so hard on yourself. You're managing as best as you can. However that resonates for you. Maybe you are being, it does say, like, it indicates here that you need to be reminded that you are, great. And so maybe you needed to hear this. Anyway, Sagittarius, that is all that I have. Thank you so much for watching this video. I can't imagine that somebody watched the entire 2.5 hours of it, but if you did, wow, I'm impressed. That's insane. Thank you. And everybody else, Sagittarius, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I hope that this resonated with you. And I'd love to hear about it. If it did, go ahead and post a comment below or like the video if you like. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this, if you're one of my regular viewers, if you like this style of reading, this like recap, this like quick kind of just tap into whatever your sign is like reading, then please let me know, and maybe I can incorporate it into my regular schedule. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I see you back here. Good luck in this and all things that you're working on. And yeah, bye. Have a great day.